Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick short right here about this new ice axe I just got in the mail. This is the DMM Flux ice axe, and if you haven't noticed already, it's 35 centimeter shaft. So it still has a full size ice axe head on top compared to like a normal ice axe right there. But a standard ice axe shaft is maybe a bit more in that 50 centimeter range or so. This is like your standard all mountain ice axe. And the Flux is really neat because it has that super small shaft, still a little curved, has a little bit of an aggressive tip. So this is what like the old schoolers would call an ice hammer. So if you don't really need a full ice axe, like you just want some sort of secondary tool, maybe if you're on like Winnie's Slide on Shasta, or a lot of guides will also carry something like this really late season on non-technical glacier routes in case they like fall into a crevasse or something and they have an extra axe to help climb their way out if that's a possibility. I went with one with the hammer because it just makes sense on really small ice axes to go with a hammer so I can pound a picket or something like that, or pound a piton. That's how I got the name Ice Hammer. They do make this in an ads version as well, which I didn't buy. I only want one of these just as like a secondary tool. Mostly probably be using it like this while using something more like a full-on tool to swing into the ice and then just dagger this in as I climb up some gentle low-angle ice or really firm neve. So I've been kind of searching for something like this for a while. I've used the Petzl Goalie a lot in this sort of circumstance, and it's probably about the same weight as the Flux, the Goalie, but it's just the fact that this is such a small shaft, it kind of has that use in that kind of specific ice hammer sort of way. So if I was still living in Washington, I would probably be using this on like maybe 70% of my trips. If I'm like climbing the fissures or whatever, it just depends on what I'm doing. But I would bring this out on every Fisher Chimney climb and any sort of Easton Glacier climb, like into late September and stuff. And you only really need one in the crew. You don't need like, not everyone needs to own one of these. You can just have one for the group. But yeah, it's really cool how you can still find a small ice hammer style ice axe in modern design. So if you're in the market for like kind of a more specific specialty tool like this, check it out. It's the DMM Flux Ice Axe.